Thank you, Ed. I have to say it's pretty wonderful to be following the college's founding president to the microphone. And I'd like to echo Ed's welcome. It is my great honor to welcome you all, parents, grandparents, siblings, our honored guests, the college's amazing, talented faculty, staff, and trustees to College of the Atlantic's 43rd commencement. I've been repeatedly advised that my role here today is to keep things moving and blend into the background, so I promise to be brief. And I just wanted to use my window to say a quick word about entrepreneurship. So strands of entrepreneurship are woven deep into COA's rootstock. The college was started by a very talented, half-mad group of educators and local community leaders, including, of course, Ed, but three others, Steve Katona, Bill Carpenter, and Les Brewer, in the audience today. So educational entrepreneurship is very rare. In fact, it's almost an oxymoron. People don't just start colleges. It's a hard thing to do, particularly in a remote location like Mount Desert Island. But thank goodness no one told Ed and Steve and Bill and Les that, and as a result, we're all under this tent today. So I would define entrepreneurship as the taking of intelligent risks, and I believe it has much broader applicability outside of its traditional, narrow business usage. It definitely does not apply only to the starting of companies. And action orientation is inherent in human ecology, in fact, part of its defining ethos, not just to study, but to do things in the world, to take action, change things, be pro, not reactive. And that ethos is everywhere at COA. Every time someone teaches a new course or starts a new co-curricular activity, that's entrepreneurship. When second-year Galen Hecht designs a boat-building class with a woodworker in town, gets it approved by the Academic Affairs Committee, and raises funds for materials on Kickstarter, that's entrepreneurship. When Catherine Klinger and a group of students build a new print shop out of a former supply closet, that's entrepreneurship. When today's bagpiper, Ursa Beckford, launches a foreign affairs magazine from scratch, that's entrepreneurship, and so on. And of course, the hatchery under Jay Friedlander's leadership is helping to keep that entrepreneurial rootstock alive and vibrant for students at the college and for alums. And my advice to all of you in the graduating class is to work hard not to lose that spirit once you pull onto Route 3 later in the day today. And so I'll conclude with a few words from W.H. Morey, who was a Scottish mountaineer who led a 20th century Himalayan expedition. And these words are about the specific moment of deciding on an entrepreneurial path. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things issue from that decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and events. Along these lines, I like one of the German poet Goethe's couplets. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. It has been my great pleasure to have had the chance to work with members of the extraordinary class of 2015 over the last several years, mostly through their participation on board committees, something we actively encourage at COA. And as anyone who watched yesterday's remarkable senior project presentations can attest, it is brimming over with future entrepreneurs of all flavors and stripes. And I think it's safe to say that the outside world has no idea what awaits it when this extraordinary group leaves these gates and unleashes a tsunami of change and friendship on an unsuspecting planet. And so now I have the honor of turning things over to the college's president and entrepreneur-in-chief, Darren Collins.